first of all, I'm going to take you to the Dalles, Oregon, and we're going to talk about cherries. And the reason I start with this story is because of the amazing example that it is of nature's ability to regenerate, of nature's ability to resist insects and diseases. So the farmer in the Dalles, Oregon, on this particular cherry farm is a gentleman by the name of Mike Omeg. And Mike was a very successful farmer before we met him. He grows sweet cherries, and he grows very, very high quality sweet cherries that are primarily put into the export market. Mike was looking to go to the next level. He was leading and cutting edge on all the management techniques of trellising and of his chemical inputs. He's a very, very meticulous and a very good farmer. Looking how he can go to the next level, he realized he needs to do something in the soil. And so he started going to organic conferences, and he was put off by people's simplicity of saying just apply fish. All you need to do is apply fish, which is not true. But that is the way Mike came to us, to go to the next level. So the first year and the first challenge that Mike gave us was cherry cracking. He had major concerns when he was growing his cherries and they had a rain event that his cherries cracked. So in working with us, we quickly realized that he had a lot of his nutrient inputs reversed. He was putting on lots of nitrogen and lots of potassium at the beginning of the season, and he didn't have enough calcium, so he had very poor cell wall strength. And as those cherries grew and through osmosis took in too much water, they cracked. So we were able to help that. But even more excitingly, Mike had a huge expansion in leaves. He was able to grow larger leaves. Mike's motto at this point is leaves or money. He's not even growing cherries. He's focusing on growing leaves. How can he grow bigger leaves, healthier leaves, leaves with a shiny, waxy color so that he has more photosynthesis, which means more sugars being produced, and that means feeding more microbes, and that means regenerating the soil. When we started with Mike, he was looking to do a program in addition to his program. He just wanted to augment his program, which we said is fine. He gave us 50 acres for a trial, and we asked him for a block of whatever size that he could manage that we wanted to do our complete program on. So he gave us a 12-acre block, and he said, this block is being pushed out next year unless you can do something with it. Excitingly, today, that is his best block of cherries. And it all started with us looking at rebuilding the soil, especially the microbial system in the soil. And in the beginning, we didn't have the response that we expected. So upon further investigation, we realized that there was a carryover from an herbicide that he had applied 3 years prior, and these cherry trees were very sensitive to that particular herbicide application, and they were being stressed because of that. And because of that, they had a lot of bacterial canker. And bacterial canker in trees it's just like you lost the whole orchard, because when you have bacterial canker, now with good management, you might have that block 5 to 10 years. With poor management, in 3 years, going to have to push it out. So when we discovered these roots, and as you can see the roots on the slides, they're not white, they're not growing, they're yellow, they're slimy, there's no soil aggregation attached to the root. So we put on a very strong application of Rejuvenate and Sea Shield. Within 3 weeks, these trees had started to just take off and grow, and just amazing. And now today, this picture here that you're seeing now on the right side, you can see a band of trees that was not treated, and on the left side, trees that were treated. And this is just like 4 to 6 weeks difference. Unbelievable difference. And so when those microbes were able to work and those roots were able to grow, they weren't hampered with that petrochemical that they were extra sensitive to, things just started to really happen. And the interesting thing is that we had a field walk on that farm a year after this happened, and the same field extension agent that told Mike he's going to have to remove that block was unable to find bacterial canker or powdery mildew on these cherry trees.